So this is a very simple and easy follow along video. Grab yourself a couple of cheap as chips toothbrushes and carefully cut off all the bristles from the toothbrushes. And I can guarantee you'll still be finding bristles a month later tucked underneath your cutting mat. So once you've got all the bristles off and you've hoovered up your cutting mat, it's then on to making the legs. Now before we get on to the next part, you need to grab a mask or something so you're not inhaling those nasty fumes that are coming off the plastic. A candle, a lighter, or use one of these little blow torches that I've got, and we carefully soften the plastic until you can bend it into a shape that you want. And keep doing this process until you get the shape that you want for each leg. And remember that hot plastic will burn our precious fingers, so just be careful when you're doing this process. Now just remember that the plastic will and can burst into flames, so always keep some water handy just in case that happens, so then you can just throw it straight into the bucket of water before you burn your house or your shed down. As you can see, I'm taking care not to touch the parts that I've had the flame on, because they are really hot and burnt plastic will stick to your fingers, speaking from experience, and did it once, I don't do it again. As you can see, I keep having to go back with the flame because there's a bit of flex in this plastic toothbrush, but eventually it sits into the shape that I'm looking for. Next, grab yourself some thick garden wire and cut a piece long enough to get both the legs and the main body. The main body is from a travel kit. It was a cheap as chips travel kit from the Euro store that I just like the shape of, so I'm just using that. I'm going to use drill some pilot holes into the legs so that the garden wire will be able to slide into there, and then I can glue all that into place. And I realised that because of the legs and the way I was going to build it, it wasn't going to be freestanding and it would have to be put onto a base, so I got some XPS foam and just made a tiny base so I could hot glue that onto it later on. Once all the holes are made, struggle for about 20 minutes to half an hour trying to get the wire through the main body of the model, and then you can glue it all together. Yes, I left this painful moment in just so you guys could see how long it actually took me to find the hole to put the wire through the main body. So here I'm just doing a quick test fit just to make sure that everything lines up, and then I can start to trim down the actual wire. And oh god damn it, yeah, so My advice is put some blue tack on one side of the wire, so then the wire doesn't fall out of the hole and you spend another 30 minutes trying to put the wire back through the hole. So once you're sure everything aligns nicely, trim the wire and then stick the last leg on quickly, very quickly, before it decides to fall out of the main body again. So while I was looking at it, I took it all apart yet again to then drill some holes in the back of the legs just to add some thin garden wire, because I thought it needed a little bit more of a little detail. But I didn't go into much detail. I just used some very thin styrene sheets and just super glued some bits onto the body. Obviously, if you're making something more, then yeah, start to build up on that sort of stuff. But I just wanted to make a quick and simple build just to show you guys how easy it is to make a Mech walker. Then this is thinner garden wire that I'm just going to cut off a couple of pieces and stick on the top to make two antennae for the top of the main body. Then using the same thin garden wire, I'm just going to attach some pieces to the front of the legs. Once all that is done, then it's time to actually glue everything together and get it all set up. Super glue and XPS foam don't mix, so just use hot glue at a low setting so it doesn't melt through the XPS foam, and there I am, just glued it onto the base. And now I'm just finding various greebles from my greebly box just to add on a something like a cannon and an arm. The cannon was an old vape pen, I believe, and then the other side was the inside from a squeezy detergent bottle. These little bits that I'm using were from Cheap as Chips Lego that I got from the Euro store, and I just thought they'd look alright as if they were holding the cannon and the laser arm. So then when that was glued into place, I just addressed the back of the main body. I was looking at various things to just stick on there, and then came across it was the insert for a tyre from one of the Cheap as Chips Lego sets with a bead on, and just glued it into place. Then off camera I just hit it with a simple rattle can black. I masked off the base with some masking tape so that the spray can paint wouldn't melt the XPS foam, and then it's just a simple, very simple dry brush of metallic silver just to bring out some of the highlights, and that's it really, done and dusted. So hope you like this quick and simple, easy mech build inspired by Metal Gear Solid. If you want to try, then send me your pictures on my Instagram page. I'd like to see what you guys come up with, and until next time, thank you for watching and keep scratching that build.
That's my Kodak.